Welcome back to the Jake and Bake Podcast. We are back for episode 30.
That's a big number. Holy
I mean,
crap.
25 was more of a big number, but 30 is also a decent number. Like,
well, yeah. When
we've
you
been
turn 30, you're like, oh, I should
30
be
is like,
having
I'm
kids.
just gonna die now.
Yeah, like there's no point
The
in living
fuck
if
is-
I don't have kids, a dog, a house, white picket fence.
Wow.
A
Chevy.
Yeah. I'm gonna rob
What
my
kind-
mom
what kind
and
of
spend
Chevy?
the money on an old Chevy.
What
a
kind?
red Chevy pickup truck.
Is this? Are you making a meme here? Is there a meme?
Are you
No.
I
like
feel like this is a reference to a song.
any country song?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no. Actually, one of those Florida Georgia Line songs is a red Toyota.
Ooh. Oh.
Gross.
Was it like the Tacoma or something
Yeah.
like that? Oh yeah.
Laying back, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Now that's a solid
Now
truck.
that's a song. It's a good truck.
That's one good truck.
There's
Good
one
trucking.
good truck. You got it, Daddy.
You want some good trucking? Toyota
Some
Tacoma.
good truck.
We should get them to sponsor us.
Yeah, sponsor us, Toyota. We're totally not making fun of you.
Yeah.
Actually, we're not making fun of them. We're supporting them. Fuck you, Chevy.
Free
Yeah, fuck you,
advertisements.
Chevy. Why are we fucking Chevy? That kind of came out of left field for me.
Kevin Shovel Day Off? What? Chevy?
So I'm your co-host.
I'm your host, Jacob, that Bruins kid Albright. You can find me on social media at BruinsFan3725. Shoot me a follow. I tweet a lot. I'll annoy you with spamming of this podcast, especially on Snapchat. So add me on
Do not add me
Snapchat.
on Snapchat.
Add me on Snapchat.
I'm your co-host, Jacob Pazos. You can
Are
follow
you
me
now?
on Twitter at jcobbler311. That's JACOBB Lur 311. You can see a picture of my dog on my profile.
I'm the other guy, Alex. Now that you know what I look like, you can just say hi to me on the street finally. So there we go.
Now that you know
Yeah,
how
now that we
fucking ugly
actually
he
got the
is.
video to work, because apparently an hour-long video file is 36 gigabytes, and I do not have a flash drive that is 36 gigabytes. And then we tried using a 2 terabyte drive, and it just it wouldn't let me drag anything onto it.
Nope. Okay. We're like, okay.
So, and I had to use my old broken laptop,
we're Emerson students. We're
and-
we're not tech guys.
and
This
my
isn't MIT.
I was
I'm an engineer.
putting on the new the audio on my new laptop to edit it, and GarageBand was like, no, I don't want to do that, so I had to use my old. It was a mess. Did not like, but now we have video. So hi world, you can
See
actually
us
see
being
us now.
ugly.
We talked about it in the last episode, but we lied. I'm sorry, we violated your trust.
Ha
Ha ha ha ha ha ha.
Okay.
Ha. Never.
Never.
All right. So first topic.
Not my gumdrop buttons.
We were just watching a clip. What Shrek was that?
That was the first Shrek.
the first
the
Shrek. We were just
classic.
watching clips from the first Shrek for some reason. I don't know why.
My liege.
My liege, Lord Farquaad, which, in case anybody was wondering,
Lord
is
Fuckwall.
is a euphemism for Lord Fuckwad. In case you were wondering. Get out of me swamp. Oh, and the original Shrek meme on the podcast. Donkey.
Donkey.
Do it, Alex. Do it.
I can't. I
Do it.
haven't been practicing.
Do it.
Come on, it's
I haven't been
Warm up.
practicing.
You're on the
No,
spot,
I
Alex.
can't.
Do it.
I can't.
Do it.
I don't do this.
Alex, do it or you're off the
I
pod.
haven't- then I'm off the pod, I guess. I haven't been
Damn it.
practicing.
well. Bye,
Well,
Alex.
bye, Alex. See you later.
If you
Um,
give me a heads up like a week, I can get it down.
Okay, do
Okay.
it next week.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's your homework.
Just when your intro for
We
next
don't
week.
have next week though.
Oh, it's fucking Thanksgiving. What are we gonna?
We'll
do?
figure something out. Okay. Live on the pod. Live on the this pod is just scheduling the next recording session.
Thank you for
So
listening.
bye. So speaking of Shrek, actually, that's a perfect segue. I finished Jack Ryan last night.
Obviously, clear.
This makes
segue.
no sense.
Yeah.
The connection will be found, okay? And it was, oh my God, it was incredible. Like, I can't shout out this show enough. Krasinski's probably best role. I haven't seen a bunch of some of the other stuff he's been in, but easily better than The Office.
Well, yeah, obviously he was great in The Office. So
Easily better than The Office. I haven't seen 13 Hours yet, which is a similar.
Did you see
That's the Benghazi movie.
A Quiet Place.
No, but I heard he was amazing in
It
it.
was pretty good. I mean, he's obviously perfect in it.
Yeah.
The movie was, there's a lot-
Critically
there's-
acclaimed. I
yeah.
mean, the
was alright.
reviews.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't-
I haven't seen it, but I highly doubt based off of how good he was as Jack Ryan, that he was better in anything else. Maybe
he wasn't better in A Quiet Place, as far as I know. Like,
well, you have it. Well,
Well,
once you watch Jack Ryan, you can
I guess
let me know.
the appeal of A Quiet Place is that he directed it too.
Yes,
right?
he directed it, produced it.
And
Didn't
for,
he
like,
write
his
it?
First, I
His
mean,
wife was in it with him.
Didn't he write it?
I think
It was like his
He's
movie.
a creative
It was
mastermind.
like their movie.
Dude, Jim was like, "Fuck paper sales.
I'm
We're
quitting.
gonna end the world
I'm
and write a
quitting.
story about it."
Wasn't it at the end of The Office that he just like left? Yeah, he just left. Like he didn't
They
say
got
goodbye.
fired? Wait,
He didn't say goodbye or anything. He just left
really?
and went to do the sport thing with Daryl.
Oh yeah.
I finished my second run through The Office like a
that
week ago.
last
Spoilers.
season is a fever dream for me. Like,
It's underrated. I actually wanted to talk about this on a previous episode, but we never actually got to it. I don't
Okay.
think. But season 9 of The Office is underrated.
I will disagree with you there. I think that it sits exactly where it needs to be in the rank. Like, I think that you can't under or overrate it.
I think it's a good ending,
I think the last episode is
especially the last episode when Dwight and Angela get married and Michael shows up.
good.
Spoiler. But
if you haven't seen it already, are you kidding?
But Jim's like, sorry, I can't be your bestest mensch, like best man, because the bestest mensch must be older than the groom. And then Michael pops up and he's like got like gray hair and everything. I love
so
it. Even though it's been
old.
like 2 years, and he's all of a sudden got like fully gray hair. I love it. But there are some moments in that season that are just absolutely laugh out loud.
Yeah.
And I feel like people don't like season 9 just because they say it's not funny, but that's very
Well,
untrue.
I wouldn't say it's not funny, but I think that the writing was just really weak. Like, not the
compared to the
comedic
early
writing.
seasons.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Like, you can't really beat seasons like 4 and 5.
The storytelling as a whole, yes, is a little on a lower level.
Yeah.
But yeah. But speaking of Krasinski, so he's awesome in Jack Ryan. You know what else he's awesome in?
What?
Shrek 3.
The connection.
He's
is made
in Shrek 3. He plays Sir Lancelot in Shrek 3.
in check.
I keep saying Shrek. Shrek 3. I had no idea. I don't even remember Shrek 3. It's been probably so long since I've watched it.
It's actually not Shrek 3. It's Shrek the Third.
Sorry, okay.
You heathen.
Get out of Miss Swamp.
Get out, Miss Swamp. Honestly, Lancelot's a pretty sexy character.
But like, I mean, makes sense. Played by Krasinski. Have you seen his arms? Have you seen that man's arms? Honest to
He's
God, have you
humongous.
seen his arms?
Yeah, I see it in the John Krasinski's or
Krasinski's.
Lancelot. Okay.
In
'Cause
Jack
Lancelot's got
Ryan,
some
in
pretty
Jack
beefy
Ryan,
arms.
there's one part where he's holding his dude at gunpoint, like he's holding him on a desk and he's holding him down with a gun to his neck,
Hot.
and his arm is just like, it's like, dude, that shit ain't real. That can't be real. It's just like it's like a tree trunk.
having a little brogasm over there.
It's like a tree trunk, and I'm like, dude, I want those arms.
Start lifting. Get.
Yeah, no, that would
Gotta
take me
get Jack
like
Ryan.
5 years. Get jacked Ryan.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That was a
That
good
was a
one.
good
That was
one.
pretty good. Okay, so moving on. From that,
No segue.
no segue at all.
Fuck segues.
Well,
To-
hold on.
so-
Let me come up with a segue on the spot. So in Jack Ryan, John Krasinski fires his weapon, and Mike Babcock just got fired.
Ah! That was so bad.
It happened.
It did.
It
You know what?
finally happened.
And I feel like it's the perfect time, especially at a
Because
point.
because they waited way too long.
Yep.
And
They're
it's only gonna get worse before
Right.
if they had come in with a full training camp with a new coach, had like spent the summer like interviewing,
Getting
like,
the system down
getting-
too.
getting a new coach, getting a fully new coaching staff, and like figuring it out, and like understanding like what needs to be changed, instead of bringing up an AHL coach who sure has had great success in the AHL but has no NHL player experience, front office experience, coaching experience. He's never done anything in the NHL.
Right. He's
and
not like
I
Bruce,
have
which
nothing
is-
against the Sheldon Keefe guy, but the team's gonna be awful.
Well, first of all, his last name is Keefe, so all of the Leafs fans have changed their names to like Chief Keefe and shit like that, which is like
It's so fucking stupid.
yeah, maybe the first guy was. It's kind of like, okay, you got.
They're gonna be like, I love Sheldon Keefe. Like, they're gonna win one game, and they're gonna be like, Sheldon Keefe is my dad.
Did you know that if they win one game, they will be one win ahead of the Ottawa Senators?
Really?
Yeah,
The Ottawa Senators
they're
have
9.
8 wins.
They're not. They're both 9.
They both have 9
wins on the
wins.
season. Yeah.
You know who else has a...
And Toronto has played more games
Yeah.
and technically has more
Toronto
losses.
has 2 regulation wins in like 16 games.
Last 16.
You know who...
They haven't scored the first goal in 8 straight. They've allowed the first goal.
Meanwhile, the Bruins score the first goal like every game.
Which, I mean, arguably, it's not that good.
No,
but
I mean, it's
better.
It's important.
Yeah.
I mean, we score the first goal like I think like 75% of the time this season. That's really fucking good.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Actually, as of recently, the Ottawa Senators have 10
won last
wins.
night. Yeah, they won last night.
And
in overtime.
That's so sad.
Against Montreal. You know who else won last night? Somehow. The New York Rangers.
Yeah, no, they 4-1.
They beat the fucking both the Capitals and the Lightning 4-1. But
And
they get
Lightning's not
they
as impressive
also
right
lost
now.
9-3 to the Lightning. But like
Yeah,
they also
you're
have
gonna
beaten really good teams at home for some reason.
You know what else is weird?
What?
Pittsburgh is like a +16 in goal differential. And they don't even have
They
Sidney
haven't
Crosby.
even had Crosby for like a week.
You can't even make the argument that Toronto's bad because they're missing players. Because
They played Toronto, so that's why that goal differential is inflated. They beat them 6-1.
Yeah. So it would be 11.
It would be
which is
11
not,
if it
like,
wasn't for
crazy.
the Leafs.
But like then teams that are I can't believe Florida's in second. I can't
Dude,
believe Montreal's
what
in third.
what is happening?
This
You know who
season's
else has
weirder
a
than
better
last
record than
season.
Toronto? You know who else has a better record than Toronto? The Arizona
Philadelphia.
Coyotes.
Well, we
Go
kind of
Coyotes.
we kind of expected them to be good.
We have predicted. I think. Did you predict them?
I
or
predicted
did we
them
both
being good.
predict
They
them?
have as many wins as the Bruins.
Did we both predict them to make the playoffs?
I think that you predicted they miss by like a short amount.
I think
that they were like
maybe
a-
I had Edmonton in there.
Yeah, that they were going to be a wild card team. But I mean,
They're gonna make the playoffs at this rate.
at this rate, Edmonton.
I mean, if the
Arizona.
Sharks remain awful, which they
the
have
Sharks. Vegas has been
been. The
really
Sharks
hit or
won. The
miss.
Sharks won six in a row, and we're still like 10-10.
They're
They were
honestly-
still 500 after winning like 6 in a row.
Yeah, they're the least.
Because I don't know if you know, but you know Bring Hockey Back, the
No, I
site.
do not.
So in 2012, when the election, what the fuck,
the lockout.
the lockout, There was an election in 2012,
yeah.
but not what I'm talking about. The lockout. They made this site and it's been going ever since, so like 6-7 years. And they have like the shorts I'm wearing right now are Bring Hockey Back.
Oh wow.
I have a bunch of I have a bunch of shirts from them.
Yeah, you
like-
wear those all the time. I don't know how.
Yeah, I
never
wear them.
noticed.
Yeah, exactly. I ordered like Bruins joggers that have like the same like stripes on them from them a couple weeks ago. They make a lot of awesome stuff. Like when Ovi won the cup, they came out with a shirt. Ovi is a cup champ, and I was just like, I need that shirt.
Why
So I
wouldn't
have an
you?
Ovi as a cup shirt, as a cup champ shirt in my
Ovi's
drawers.
a cup shirt.
Yeah, you know what? I can't talk today. Okay.
Check 3.
Check 3. So like
mean,
they
Twitter's been blowing up
make a
about
shirt.
this.
They have a shirt. My hockey team sucks. It just says my hockey team sucks on the front.
Yeah, there's one- the first one
and
is
there's like a
Tampa.
jinx. There's like a jinx. Like whenever a team is playing awful, they're like they make a shirt and then they start winning games. They're at one point they were like 10-0-1 with that shirt. Teams after they got a shirt. San Jose got one.
Tampa just got one. It's
Tampa
the most recent one.
just got one, and then one other team got one. I really hope
Detroit.
no.
Detroit.
May,
has
oh
one
yeah,
on the
no,
site.
Detroit had one too. But the Sharks won like 6 in a row. Dallas too. Dallas was the first one.
Ooh, that makes sense because I mean I expected Dallas to be good,
Underperforming.
and I was,
Underperforming team.
Yeah. They got themselves into a wild card spot though.
But like
so-
the Sharks won like 5 or 6 in a row, or like 6 out of 7. Still 500 record. That's
They're
how
10
bad they were.
They're 10-11 right now.
Yeah, that's how bad they were. They won like 6 in a row. Like what?
What an ugly record. 10-11-1.
You know what's uglier?
The Sharks.
9-10-4.
Yeah.
The Leafs.
Boo, man. That's so bad.
2 regulation wins in 16 games. How many of their how many of their wins are regulation wins?
I swear. Well, if they only have 2,
There's ROW and then there's
yeah.
RW. It's the RW stat.
Yeah, 6.
6 regulation wins.
Which means that they only had 4 in like the first month. Which is like
they started hot, but then they were just awful.
you can't just win in shootouts.
You can't
and-
like come on, like you can't just like they rely so much on just pure goal scoring, and they can't even do that right now.
But
the
then they
worst
leave
power
their
play, the
good
worst-
goalie out to dry. They have 2 defensemen.
I feel so like I have nothing against Frederick Anderson.
Yeah, he was a duck.
I
but
don't think
whatever.
he's as good as the media makes him out to be. I
still
certainly
think he's
don't.
a top 10 goalie.
I think he's like 9 or 10.
Yeah, He's at the
Because
bottom of that.
you got what, Rask, Bennington, Fleury.
I wouldn't put
Holtby.
Bennington up there now. I'd probably start to rank him a little lower. Like he plays well, obviously.
Well,
but...
I'm just trying to list goalies here.
Oh, just goal.
So-
Ben Bishop, yeah. Tuukka Rask, Jordan Bennington.
Tuukka Rask, Bennington, Holtby, Rask, Holtby, Price, Vasilevsky, Bishop, Bobrovsky,
who's arguably
awful this year, but has proved that he can play.
I'd put Carter Hart up there.
Fleury, Hart, Rene.
Ooh, Antti Ranta. Or Darcy Kemper. That duo.
That duo is actually really good. That duo is going to get Arizona into the playoffs.
Absolutely. That's like what
but
Colorado
so
has.
I'd say Anderson's like
Doo.
11, 9. What?
Groovy Dooby Doo, Philip Grubauer.
Grubauer's actually been quite. When we played them, he was really good. He made some stellar saves.
He's one of those like flex fringe, really like elite goalies using NHL terms.
Yeah.
Chell.
But yeah, so like Anderson's like maybe 10, 11 in the league, like around there. But like the media makes him out to be so good. But like I feel bad for him because he's the reason Toronto has gotten us to Game 7 2 years in a row. If it wasn't for him, it was also the reason why they lost in Game 7 both times. Because if you look at
Jake Gardner.
Well, if you look at the first two goals in Game 7 this past season, 2019,
they were
awful
whiffs.
Awful, especially the Nordstrom one. That should not have gone in.
You can't let Joachim Nordstrom.
It was like literally literally hugging the post and it still got in. And then the Jake DeBrusk game winner. Also the Torrey Krug tire in 18. How do you let those two in?
Yeah.
I don't care what Gardner did, but like
I mean Gardner sure he fucked up, but that's just
that goal it went 5-hole.
That's just a commentary on how bad their defense is.
The shot
they
had
got
nothing
Tyson Barrie,
on it.
And he's got 4 points.
He has no goals.
Tyson Barrie, he's like a 56-point defenseman.
Exactly.
You can't they finally put him on the first power play.
He's out of there. He's out of there.
Who?
Barrie, he's out of there. He's not going to last a year. Trade deadline, he's gone.
I think that honestly, Mike Babcock was ruining players there. Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like you can't have a guy like Austin Matthews and give him 17 minutes of ice.
How do you not manage to get 100 points out of Matthews, Marner, and Tavares?
It's pathetic.
With those
Even
three
Willie
guys,
should have like 60-something points. Like, come on.
Come on. It's so like, I mean, I just can't believe they actually did it. I'm somewhat shocked. I'm shocked they actually did it.
I'm not even a Leafs fan, and I'm relieved. I don't think he should be coaching in the NHL.
I think if anyone I think if anyone hires him, they need to be a just shut down team. It needs to be a team that wants to play that philosophy because they hired him and then they completely changed the philosophy.
They were just like, well, let's just give everybody
they built
wrist shots and that's it.
Also, Dubas built just this. I saw someone tweeted this earlier. Dubas built the softest team in NHL history, and that's completely true. They're so soft.
Aside from Mitch Marner, who I commend him. I
love Mitch Marner.
He's a little grittier than people would give him. Like
Mitch Marner,
he's a
like
flair guy.
He's willing to sacrifice.
Was it game 1 that we lost because he was blocking shots?
No, it was at the end of game 3 or 4, whichever one. Game 3 because we went down 1-0, 2-1, and 3-2 in that series, and we still won.
Soft.
Exactly.
I'll say it louder.
Like your home ice game 6. Home ice game 6 against a team that you lost last year in a game 7 and then blew a massive game 7. Even though none of the same players were there from the 2013, other than Riley.
What about like? Why would you make John Tavares your captain?
Do you remember James Reimer?
Yeah. Was he the guy who was like?
I just want to mention
about Nelson Mandela.
Oh yeah, no, that was him. But he was also the guy
great hockey guy.
He was also when Nelson Mandela passed away, the Toronto hockey media asked
it was James Reimer.
No, it was Jonathan Bernier.
One of the terrible goalies.
It was Jonathan Bernier, and Jonathan Bernier was like, "Oh yeah, man, Nelson Mandela, man, he's really one of the greats, up there with Gretzky and Orr and Howe." It's like, dude, how do you not know this? It's Nelson Mandela. He's like one of the most well-known like civil rights
people in the world.
Just well-known. He's like MLK status. He's up there. Like, you don't know who Nelson Mandela is? You think he's a hockey player?
Guy. Come on.
What? Okay, but yeah, I just wanted to shout out James Reimer for Game 7 in 2013. But just shout out.
Shit the bed twice.
But But yeah, so, but like Marner, yeah, it was I think it was game 3. But yeah, Marner's like, I mean,
I think Marner should have been the captain. Why wouldn't you?
100%.
He,
Well,
he
no,
plays with
I don't
the
think
heart.
I don't think they should have named a captain.
Okay, yes, but I think down the line it would have been Marner. Matthews is not captain material.
No, definitely not.
I mean, somebody said it. They were
Marner
like,
or Riley.
a few years ago, he would have been traded after that incident he had. That's like a Tyler Sagan level, like just being like a stupid kid, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
that's the kind of thing the Bruins traded. That's why we traded Tyler Sagan,
if
because
he
he
was
did
on the
shit like
Bruins,
that.
I mean, you know, if Chiarelli was the GM over there, maybe. But, you know.
If Shirley was the GM, somebody would have gone in him for like a bag of pucks and a broken stick.
He's worth it with that fucking mustache.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I think that like, yeah, no, I think it should either been. I don't see the. I know why they named Tavares captain.
Yeah.
He was a he was a captain of the Islanders. He
But
captained that team.
He's a baby. He's like, I want to go home. I want to play for my home team. I get it. That's cool.
I would have
whatever.
done the same thing.
I mean, yeah, but we have a good home team. You got to remember that.
Exactly.
We
yeah.
would be
We're
playing
not
for the Bruins,
Toronto.
not the Toronto Maple sucks. The Babcocks. the fucking Toronto Maple Babcock
yeah, I mean,
sucks.
like I don't know. Also,
They deserve that.
if he really wanted to play for his hometown team, he would have taken a discount.
Absolutely.
He would have been like,
$9 million.
he would have been like, pay me $9 million. Let's build a team here that can actually win.
And now
Like
you're
you
paying-
look at like he looks at that team and he somehow thinks. He somehow looks at that team and is like, oh yeah, Matthews and Marner, they're not gonna want like a butt fuck ton of money in a year.
And then, dude.
Like, and they're like, of course they do. But like you actually think like you're gonna be able to sign there for $11 million and build a contender? You're not. You're simply not. Half of your
Especially with
cap,
such a
half of
top-heavy
your cap
team.
is 4 players,
Literally, it's
and
like
I don't know when Riley's deal is up.
$33 million. It's over. I think it's up this year.
But when Riley's deal is up,
he's only making
see ya.
$5 million.
see ya.
That's another $11 million contract. You gotta
Like
get
that's a
on your books.
massive deal.
that's
That's like a
really-
massive deal. He's
Over
a
half your
point.
cap. For
He's a point producing defenseman in the NHL, and he can play on the PK. He could play on the power play. He's a power play quarterback.
He's a very good.
He's
like, two-way
he
guy.
actually can defend. He could play
He's
defense.
like the only guy, and
He's
they're
the
pairing him
only-
with Cody Ceci.
He's the only. I don't know why they trade for Cody Ceci. Like I get it. Ron Hainsey is awful. All you got to do is watch. All you got to do is watch the Krug to Pasta goal when we beat Ottawa earlier this year.
Like anytime he's on the ice,
Yeah,
facing
that.
the wrong
But like
way,
that
like-
150-foot pass off the boards, the slap pass.
mm-hmm.
Hainsey just like. He has every opportunity
he's
to like.
burnt out, and he gets burned.
He has every opportunity to like knock Pasta's stick away or like get the puck, and he just doesn't. He just doesn't do anything. He's
He's
just like,
I
nope.
don't even want to try.
He's just like, nope, I'm not even gonna try here.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, come on. Yeah, I think Riley's gone for like a $9-10 million deal.
I mean, I think
When
I
his
don't know
deal's
if Riley's gone, but you have to tear your team apart to fucking sign him. Like,
Your whole team will be 5 players.
Yeah, William Nylander, John Tavares, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, Morgan Riley, and then like you lose Tyson Barrie because he probably signed somewhere else for like a shorter, like cheaper
They're all
deal.
overpaid too.
And then he actually puts up points with a good team.
They're all overpaid.
And you have a bunch of seventh defensemen.
yes.
You have 5 of them playing with a stud defenseman.
And then you don't have any good draft picks because you weren't a bottom feeder for the last few years. And the Leafs don't have it. The Leafs don't have any great. All their great prospects are NHLers.
And yeah, and then the guys that they have up now, they're not really like grit guys. They're like speedy wingers. They're not like
Which is
rough and tumble.
which
Like
is-
they got
which
rid
is-
of Freddie. Did they get rid of Frederick Gauthier?
No, he's still on the
he's
team.
Still there. But
like I mean, even he got dumped by like Wags the other week or something. But like I mean, you look at
Connor
that.
Brown's gone, right?
I don't know. You look at that team. Yes, speed is important in the league. You need speed, you need skill, but you cannot solely build a team on speed and
You
skill.
need character guys.
You need character. You need physicality. It's still hockey.
It's still a,
It's still a
contact
physical sport. And sure, you might win some games in November and in December and January with that speed and skill. But you're not going to win those. You're not going to win a game 7 in April against a team that's as well coached, as good of a defensive structure as we have,
Or
as
even like
the Lightning
if you go
have.
up against the Islanders, you're screwed. Like
They will suffocate you. Everyone knows how the Leafs play. They've been doing it for a couple years, and everybody's figured
You
it out.
have to adapt. Mike Babcock might have been the right guy at the beginning of that 5 years, but like he didn't adapt with the team. He didn't adapt with the league, and he just
I'm just so glad we were able to contribute so significantly to
his
the Mike
fire-
Babcock era. We contributed 2 first-round exits to the Mike Babcock
missed the
era.
playoffs. Yeah, first round exit,
First round
exit.
exit.
2 of those to the Bruins.
And then a 9-10-4 record.
Ugh.
Also, thanks to DeMarc-Andre Fleury for that unreal save, just ending the Leafs. That was Babcock's last blow.
Of course, it was like Nick Patan, a guy he didn't.
Yeah, exactly. And it totally screwed up the scoreboard too. Did you see that?
They went 3.
It went.
Yeah.
It was 3-2 Vegas. It went 3-3, 4-3 Toronto, 4-3 Toronto, and then it went back to 2-3.
They scored 2 goals by
It's
not
like,
scoring
oh my
a goal.
god, even the scoreboard's confused. But yeah, so like,
Babcock gone. Thank
speaking
God.
of, we mentioned mustaches.
we did mention.
I want
mustaches.
to roast Movember. I don't want to roast the cause because obviously the cause is awesome. I love that hockey fights cancer month. I love Movember, but the mustaches, oh my god, they're awful.
Some of these. Oh, Brendan Gallagher. I said
Brady
Elliot.
Kachuk's, I
Ugh.
think. Sidney
He's like 19. I'll
Sidney
give him a break.
Crosby's is always awful, but that's just we know that.
You know what? I commend him for going through that every single time. Actually,
Every playoff.
every single time.
playoff.
It's so gross. It's so grimy. He never hit puberty
I
properly.
feel so bad for him. Like not being able to grow facial hair is such a bad thing. Like
Yeah.
y'all that can't
Like-
grow facial hair, my heart goes out to you.
My facial hair isn't anything like outstanding, but it's like it suits me. People tell me they're like, I wish I could grow facial hair. Like I'm
I've had a
Irish or
beard.
something like that.
I've had a beard nonstop, other than when I shaved it after the playoffs.
Since I was 12.
basically, I've had a beard since November, for like a year. Like
Yeah, you have not.
I've like continued to have a beard, like a full beard, except for like after the playoffs when I shaved
Right.
it because we lost.
Yeah. I'm doing no shave. I'm not doing Movember, but at the end of the
I
month,
trimmed it.
I am going to shave
Yeah.
the beard.
We're
try and give
excited for
myself a handlebar maybe.
Alex, you should do that too.
I cannot.
He's been shaving.
As we can see, Alex definitely has significant
I have no
facial hair.
beard.
Okay.
You should.
Can you like grow your beard out over winter break? I just want to
No.
see it.
No.
Alex,
Why?
come on.
Is it
It
patchy?
looks mangy. It's not patchy. It just doesn't look
Then like
good.
care for it.
No, it just doesn't look good.
Care
I
for
don't
your
know what
beard.
to tell you.
I probably do need to do more beard care.
Just like comb it with oils and shit.
Yeah, stuff like that. Beard oils,
Beard oil, snake oil.
snake oil. What is this, Red Dead?
Yeah, that's what I was actually going for.
But yeah, like the mustache is just awful. Like even like, I mean, Bergie looks like okay, but like even the most handsome guys in the league still look awful.
There's some pretty handsome dudes.
But yeah, the only like you either gotta go full like George Peros, Lanny
yeah,
McDonald,
that's-
full Lanny McDonald, or you just don't. I just don't go
It's
like I don't go
disgusting.
for the mustache. I just don't. I don't like it. I don't like having a mustache. I'm fine with it during the playoffs because that's just the tradition. But other than that, yeah. So, speaking of roasting, you wanted to discuss something, right, Jacob?
What? Just say it. I don't know.
Google Stadia.
Oh, fucking Google Stadia.
Yeah, you would he
Well, I didn't
literally
wanna roast it.
tells me. Well, he tells me that he wants to discuss it earlier,
Well, yeah.
and then
it's
he just totally
interesting.
forgets about it.
Well,
I
because
wanna
we were
roast
on a
it.
fucking rant. It's a very
The pricing model is awful.
it's awful. Yeah. How much is it?
I don't know, but you have to like buy the service, and then you also have to buy the games.
What?
Which I guess is kind of how consoles work, but I've had my PS4 for 6 years.
Yeah. Why would I change, dude? Like if
Like
the controller looks really nice, I'll give them that. It looks like a nice
it looks like a
controller.
PS4 controller.
It does, but it's
Which
a little
which
sleepy.
let's just say here, PlayStation, Sony, thank you for not being wackos with controllers.
Yeah.
Look at I think we might have actually mentioned this prior on the pod, or at least
Xbox
we
One
definitely discussed
controllers.
it before. Like we got whether or not it was on the pod, we discussed it. But if you look at controllers for every other game console, whether it was like Nintendo's or not including the Wii, obviously, or
because we was superior.
yeah, or Xboxes or all that stuff, and all their controllers like very different. Like they vary from console generation to console generation. The PS4 always it's the same
It's
thing.
I will say PS3 had some terrible controllers. They were awful. They
What do
were-
you mean? Explain.
The controllers were just like, first of all, they were
Oh,
ugly.
the like the
Yeah.
thicker ones.
They had like circles and then like tiny little nubs for you to grab. Like they were really small.
It was just because my issue with the PS3
Oh,
controllers were they were just bigger.
Xbox One, the controller's not bad, but the sticks, the buttons.
That's what I'm discussing.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
they're just weak. You break them. Like you don't even have to play hard. Like if you drop it, you might fuck it up. Like
I've dropped
PS3,
my PS4 controller so many times and they're fine.
Yeah, PS4 had like really solid controllers. They're like
The
sturdy.
PS5 controller looks awesome.
I can't wait, honestly, but like Xbox 360 had a better controller than PS3, but the Xbox
Why?
360,
Well, explain.
they were just they fit in your hands better.
I feel like if I remember correctly, the PS3 controller was quite big.
Nah, dude, that thing was fucking puny. Yeah, that thing was super small.
I think.
No, PlayStation 3 controllers aren't bad.
I think that
Yeah,
they're-
no, I don't. No. It's the same thing they've always been.
Yeah, but I
Maybe
think
this-
that they're
I
not
will
as
admit,
good as
Maybe the sticks weren't as great. Maybe the sticks weren't as great on the PS3 controller, but other than that,
Well, like
they
these
were.
little nubs that extended out at
What do
the
you mean?
bottom, like just the way that it like these things, they were not as good as the Xbox 360 ones.
Okay, well that's your.
Yeah, I mean that might be opinion, but
I think in general, every console generation, the PlayStation has had the most superior controllers, especially the PS4. All the PS4 controllers so good. I love it.
they are iconic. They do
Like
look the
it's
part.
just so, and you can get cool like camos and stuff. Like I have this blue camo one. I have a dark blue, navy blue one. Like they're so, the sticks are nice with the little the concave sticks are nice. I just love it, and they're durable too.
Yeah. The see like the
Nice.
Xbox 3 the
They're
Xbox
very
One,
durable. Like I play, so when I play F1 2019, F1's a very like demanding game on the controllers because the way I play it, I don't have a wheel. I wish I did. I would need to move into a bigger apartment to use a wheel for it. I would. Because I just don't have a place to like hook everything up. You
I've
know
seen
where
you-
where
yeah.
the fuck would I'd have to totally turn my TV to face the table and then hook it up on the table.
Yeah,
And that would be like an
yeah.
extensive process.
It'd
So
you'd have to
actually-
move the TV every single time. you
Yeah,
had to play.
I actually had to buy a new controller eventually because the way I play it, I like whenever I'm like turning in the game, I like pull down because that's how I can make more precise steering inputs. And that like kind of fucks with that left stick. Like I would have
not just like the rubber on the outside, like the stick itself.
this like the actuation of the stick in the input in game.
Mhm.
So I'd be playing Siege, and I wouldn't even be moving or whatever, and the controller, like my character would move like ever so slowly
Yeah.
forward. Like it's called like controller stick or there's a term for
It's
it.
like a reverse calibration.
There's like a term for it where the controller like is like it's not moving. The stick isn't moving,
Yeah.
but the controller thinks it is, and the game
Yeah.
thinks it is. So I had to buy a new controller. So I have a specific controller for F1 but like that was after like a year and a half, like since F1 2017. That was like since December, like since October, November 2017 till like
Yeah.
earlier this year. So it's like a year and a half of like hard gaming on that, and it still lasted.
It's pretty.
And it still works now. It works great for F1.
Yeah, I wish that I've gone through so many Xbox One controllers. It's
Exactly.
not even funny.
Yeah.
I'm actually pissed. Like don't sell me this.
They're not
It's
cheap.
a great console. Like
They're not cheap.
I feel like
How much is an Xbox controller? If you
there.
were to buy one off Amazon.
If you were to buy a cheap one, you could get one for like $20, but it wouldn't be that good. You can get some pretty good ones for like 50.
Yeah,
60
my
bucks.
the ones that I bought off Amazon were like $45.
Yeah.
45 ballers.
45 dollars.
baller.
Check 3. $45.
What else did I say? Something
You
else.
said something else. I can't remember. Just a day of fuck ups.
Just it's awful.
Arrested.
The rested.
I'm just surprised. You know what it is? There's been so many days of rain and just darkness that the sun is like throwing me off today.
I know it's
I'm
pretty
like,
bright.
what the hell is going on?
When we get out of here, it's gonna be dark.
It's gonna be
though.
dark though.
Ugh, it's like 4:45.
Yeah, it's 4:45. The sun set like 20 minutes ago. Like if I look at my dynamic screen, my dynamic background on my new Mac, it's dark.
like dusk. Yeah. Oh, man.
But yeah, so that's did you want to say anything else on Google Stadia?
Well, so like obviously the Google Stadia is not going to be anywhere near the top of the food chain for consoles. But
It's for people that have Macs that want to play games.
basically, yeah.
But even then, just
But yeah, I'd say that
Buy a
PS4
used PS4.
PS4 controllers are the Apex controller.
Yes. So before we get into anything else, that was a nice segue, but there's something before that we have to talk about.
Okay.
There's a new Cats trailer.
Oh God, I didn't see it. We should save that. For
I
next
didn't
time.
see it either.
Oh God,
We're not watching it.
I'm watching it.
I'm not. I just want to roast it. I just want to continue once again go back to roast this movie. Why the fuck does this thing exist?
Kids would be terrified. I am terrified.
No adult. It's like I don't know. Is it aimed at kids?
It's aimed for people who like funky dancey.
Because
movies.
nobody wants to watch that. Kids don't want to watch that. Adults don't want to watch that. Even alien races don't want to watch that. Like
they're gonna come here. They're
people
gonna be
from
friendly, and then
they're
they're gonna
see
watch
that,
the Cats trailer, and they're like,
and then
"Oh,
they're
we're
gonna
nuking the shit
and then
out
we're
of you
gonna
guys."
blow up the planet. Like, okay, guys, you just got us all dead. Thanks. Like, fuck. You're gonna just look short. Like, look at the look at the video. You're just gonna.
Sorry, I was feeling down.
You're just
because
gonna
of
look
that
short.
Trailer. That trailer made
You're
me
just gonna
feel
look
down.
short. Oh, that's so funny, Alex. Look at the screen.
I'm like a head shorter now.
We're just like it's like when did this child sneak into our podcast?
Well, first of all, you're closer to the camera. You're also taller than me, but your chair's also all the way up.
Yeah, okay.
It's just
yours is at the
all
same
of the
height.
factors.
Okay, sure.
I also slouch and you sit up. I'm a sloucher.
I slouch a lot. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
I can slouch. I can.
Oh, look at how cool and comfortable I am.
I
I'm
can
Jacob
slouch.
Albrecht.
Wow. Okay. Rude. So fuck the Cats trailer.
Yeah, fuck that
That's
shit.
awful. Why does that exist? I still don't. I don't know when it's coming out. I don't want to know when it's coming out.
I want somebody to, like, bring an actual cat to that movie. And
just
the
have
cat
the cat
will
will just like hiss.
commit suicide. Like,
It will. You know what the cat will do? It'll like run up to the screen and just like start clawing at it.
Yeah.
It'll be like, it's awful. So speaking of animals,
who do you think would win, cats or a real cat?
a real cat.
A real cat. Would
My
win.
my girlfriend's cat Delilah is like such a wacko and
Hey there.
like fair. Delilah is very sweet. She's a very sweet cat.
But
I
she
love
would
her.
Murder.
But she would like even she would like flip out and like kill that movie if she had the chance.
Yeah, it's weird. Bless you.
Bless
Wow.
Yikes.
It's weird. Like I don't.
I'm sorry you
understand
had to see that.
I don't understand the appeal for people. You know, it's just like James Corden in the.
That's disgusting. Dude.
It really is kind of gross.
It's like all the Avatar sequels. Nobody asked for this.
Right, and it's like what was that movie Where the Wild Things Are?
Oh yeah.
And they
Yeah.
made it like a live action, and those
Stop
monsters,
making live action animal movies. Nobody wants that.
Right, those monsters, those things were like legitimately scary for little kids. It was not a good idea.
Did you know that when Zootopia came out, there were furries who were pissed off and ranting about how the movie did not represent their creature, or like didn't put any form of representation in there?
Skip.
No.
No. Skip.
So
Fat Skip.
who do you think would win?
So okay.
An
yes.
iguana or a camel?
An iguana.
An iguana or
An iguana.
You think an iguana would win?
What if it bites its like
Well, they're not venomous.
hump sack and just like drains all the water?
Okay, all right. That one wasn't that great.
Okay, no. So my girl.
Don't bite my hump sack.
girlfriend the other day. Shout out to you. I love you. Was watching like Shark Tank or whatever, and we were both talking about two different things. But I asked her like who would I asked her who would win the I said who would win the war, and I was referring to the Marshy versus Krug social media war. I was like, who would win that for this season? And then she was like, a war among sharks, because she was thinking I was talking about Shark Tank. So I was like, oh, that's a fucking pod topic right there. Who would win? Put a bunch of different kinds of sharks in a cage, and who would win? All right, so the sharks were thrown in here. Great white.
Okay.
Tiger shark.
Okay.
Hammerhead.
Okay.
Mako. And can we think of any others? Bull shark.
Bull shark, yeah.
Bull
Bull shark.
That's 5. Any more? Do we want any more?
Goblin shark.
Just for the shits and gigs?
Yeah, because it would fucking
That's
die.
6. What else? Anything else?
6 is a good number. That's
Whale
too.
shark.
Ooh. You know, I didn't think about that though.
I feel like that's.
It's just huge.
It's a shark.
It's also a whale,
It's not a whale. It's not a mammal.
but
It's a fish, dude.
you know, whatever. Oh, are we?
You know what? Let's take out goblin shark and put whale shark in
Okay,
there. That's an interesting
6.
conversation.
All right, so great white shark versus mako shark versus tiger shark versus bull shark versus whale shark versus hammerhead shark. All right, who do we think is the first out?
Oh, mako. They're so small.
Disagree.
Probably.
They're
Hard
feisty.
disagree.
Oh wait, how big are tiger sharks? Are pretty big. I think with sharks, size plays a humongous role.
Probably, yeah.
I'd say
Yeah.
because it's like they're
And then,
all
like,
basically the
ferocity,
same.
right?
Yeah.
How
Like
nasty.
tiger sharks are aggressive. Hammerheads are a little aggressive. I think.
I think hammerhead's first out.
Really, just because of the
Why?
vision.
No, I just think
They're just like
Where are they?
hammerheads are fairly chill sharks.
okay. I was getting that wrong. Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Hammerhead's definitely first out.
I will. And then
I feel like we
mako.
can't have whale shark in there. That's just such an outlier because
But
it's so
they're.
big.
I don't think they're that aggressive.
But it's so big.
Great white sharks are humongous. I think
How big is a whale shark? How big are
whale
whale
sharks are between 18 and 33 feet.
Dude, no, we can't have that in there. That's just such an outlier. Great whites are like 15 feet. A 15-foot great white is huge for a great
Between
white.
15 and 21 for females.
I don't think we
That's
can have.
humongous.
I know. I don't. The females great whites are always bigger. I don't
Mhm.
think we can have a shark that can reach 10 feet larger. than
Okay,
that.
we will nix the whale shark.
Okay. So we got hammerhead, mako, great white, bull, tiger.
Megalodon.
Fuck you.
Game
I
over.
hope it still exists, but fuck you.
I know.
All right. So my opinion, hammerhead's first out,
I agree. If
and
they're-
that
if
leaves
they're docile,
mako, great white, tiger,
Tiger,
and
bull.
bull.
I'd say that,
I think the bull shark's probably the next one out.
but bull sharks are pretty aggressive. I don't know how
So are
big
tiger
they are.
sharks. Tiger sharks are like the #1 shark that attacks humans.
And then it's bull sharks.
Yes.
So, but I would say mako. I think they're not aggressive
Disagree.
enough, and they're too small.
Disagree. Hard disagree.
You think so?
I think it's mako versus great white for the end.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Dude.
we know who wins that one.
Makos are faster, nastier great whites. Smaller.
They're also like 300 pounds maximum.
They're smaller, quicker, nastier.
I think that
Have you seen a mako's mouth?
yeah, they're fucking terrifying. But
I think it would just chomp that great white. I think it would just be able to avoid the great white enough to chomp it.
I think it
I
only
think-
has
I
a
think the
chance if
mako-
it doesn't
I think-
get caught.
I think the mako wins against the tiger and the bull.
That's fair.
Okay, definitely the
It's
bull
great
shark.
white versus mako.
Yeah.
For sure at the end, because I think the like, because let's see here. This is a full on battle between 5 different sharks,
Mhm.
and they're all going to be beat up by the time it gets to the final 2. I think the mako is the least beat up shark at the end, just because it's so quick.
It's just avoiding everybody.
Yeah, it's just quick strikes, boom, it's out.
The problem is one bite from the great white.
Yeah, I think
One
so.
bite from the great white on anything,
Tears it, yeah.
So obviously hammerhead first. I'd say bull shark next.
then tiger shark.
This is tough, man. Okay, I'll give you tiger shark.
So are we in agreement on mako versus great white?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't think the mako wins.
Yeah,
Well,
I think great white.
what are the? Are we going with like a maximum size? Like, are we going with like
Average.
Are we going average size?
Yeah, average.
What's an average size of a mako?
Mako's like
Like
250
8,
pounds.
9.
something
What's
like
the average size? 8, 9 feet?
that. I
Or no,
don't
that's
know.
a big mako.
That's a
like
huge-
6 or 7 feet.
length. How long is a mako shark? Okay, 10 feet seems to be the average. which
And
is-
an average great white's like 12.
Are there just regular white sharks? You ever think about that?
What do you mean, not great whites?
Yeah, like just.
Well, if you watch
just
Shark
white.
Week, they just call them white sharks
Very strange.
in general.
Yeah, so the average great white is probably like 14 feet.
12 to 14, like 12.
Yeah,
13,
for a
14
male
feet.
it'd be smaller, but for a female it'd be bigger.
I say
so.
mako wins that. I think it's just too quick.
I
Too quick, not too thick.
think great white's just a dense boy. He's so
Yeah, it's
dense.
hard to
I
take
don't
that one
think the
out.
mako. Sure, it's got a fucked up mouth and it can be like all scraggly and weird, but I think that the great white's too tough.
So I'm the minority here.
You are the minority.
I just think that mako is going to be able to like bite that shark's tail and shit, and get its underbelly, and hit it, beat it up quick and enough, and just be so quick that the great white can't react.
I wonder if there's like videos of those two sharks fighting.
I doubt it. They live in different.
Be sick.
I doubt it, but it would be really cool. But like I remember watching a bunch of specials on Mako sharks during Shark Week.
Yeah.
And they had one close up. I might have sent a Snapchat of it to you. They had one close up of this Mako shark eating chum, and holy, that thing is like has some massive teeth. And I just think it has. I think the thing a Mako could do is it could latch onto a great white and like do some damage, and the great white just wouldn't be able to get around wrestle it off.
I'm gonna
it would be
stick with my
it
initial.
would be close, but I go Mako.
Okay. All right. We'll agree that it would be close, but I think me and Alex are both in agreement.
It's a
that the great white wins that one.
Yeah.
Because
I'd say the great white, if it's like deep blue, if it's like that great white, or some of those legendary ones off the on Guadalupe Island, like some of those great whites. If it's like deep blue is like a 19
Jaws.
Deep blue is like a
win.
Yeah.
Deep blue is like a 19-foot female great white. I think if it's like a shark that big, it takes out the Mako, just with one chomp.
Deep Blue's that movie, right?
No, it's a shark.
It's a real shark.
It's an actual shark.
You don't know shark celebrities?
What movie am I thinking of?
There's plenty of shark. We had a
Deep
whole shark
blue.
movie podcast at one point.
Like if you could when you're editing this video, if you could throw a shot of a picture of deep blue, but like this is like deep blue
Baby
next to a
blue.
diver.
Oh my!
It's just a
God.
fucking massive
That's
shark.
a thickum.
So just a huge female great white.
Thick girl.
So, yeah. And then okay, so moving on from which shark would win. How much time do we have?
5 minutes.
Well, how much time are we at?
We're at 46.
Okay.
It'll be a shorter episode.
We can go back. War among bears.
War among bears. So let's just look up like types of bears. So we got grizzly,
Grizzlies,
brown,
black bear,
black.
brown bears, grizzlies, same thing.
They're not.
Aren't
They're
they
very different.
Aren't they pretty much?
They're actually pretty different.
Well, are we going brown bear like?
Well, the basic. There's not that many types of bears. You got polar bears, panda bears, sun bears, brown bears, black
not
bears.
including panda bears.
Are we including sun bears because they're small?
Well, if we're including panda bears, they're just gonna get mauled.
It'd be funny.
Do you really want to see a panda bear get eaten alive by another bear?
I absolutely.
Okay. All right. So
Polar,
we can polar bears.
grizzly,
Are we putting in Kodak?
Polar bears.
Kodak.
Oh, boy.
I actually don't know what the different Kodak bear.
A Kodak bear is like a massive grizzly.
Kodiak bear.
Kodiak bear. It's like a huge grizzly.
Alaskan brown bear. That's what it's actually known as.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
brown bears and grizzly bears, I think, are more or less the same thing, or they're similar enough.
Okay, we can do Kodiak because it's actually a brown bear, and we'll do grizzly bear because it's
Okay.
a grizzly bear. Kodiak, grizzly, polar,
Panda,
sun
black.
bear, black bear.
6.
6.
All right. Panda dies first.
It's polar bear versus grizzly for me.
I actually
Polar bear versus Kodiak for me,
sun bear.
because I think Kodiaks are bigger than grizzlies, right?
So a sun bear would die first, then it'd
You
be
know
a
what would
panda.
happen? The black bear would win because he just climbed up a fucking tree.
He'd be like, "Rrrr."
He
Just
just
hiding up.
climbs up a tree and hides.
Yeah, black bears are adorable. I wouldn't want to see one of them get killed. That'd be so sad.
I think black bear probably is like the third to last to die.
Well, if you got grizzly,
Well-
Kodiak, and those are the 3 biggest, most ferocious.
Which
Polar
one's
bears,
bigger,
man.
Kodiak or Kodiak or grizzly? Which one's bigger?
So a Kodiak bear is, so it'd be like 5 feet tall.
At its shoulder, it's 5 feet.
At its shoulder, it's 5 feet, which means it's pretty huge. It'd be like 1,000 pounds.
And grizzlies?
Grizzly bear,
Let's be honest, a grizzly bear would just sleep the
grizzly
entire
bear,
time.
he'd be like, "Bleh." Oh, up to actually grizzly bears can be up to 1,500, but generally like 1,100 pounds.
That's a big boy. If he
That's a
gets to
pretty big bear.
1,500.
Yeah.
Well, you know that like bear competition?
We've got the biggest bear.
Yeah, like there's like a fat bear competition
Oh my god!
every year. Fat Bear Week.
And how big are
It's a thing.
beautiful.
Google it.
Where?
Oh my god! Have you ever seen the Animal Planet special on bears scratching their back?
No, but that's amazing.
It's really
No, like there's a
fucking
Fat
funny.
Bear Week is a thing.
Dude, I think polar bear would win.
Oh, 100%. Polar bear versus grizzly, and polar bear wins. Because
Polar
polar
bears
bears,
are actually smaller.
but polar bears are just, I feel like
They're
polar bears are
ruthless.
just
They
hilarious,
are
like
ruthless.
unbelievably ferocious.
Yeah.
But
Like, have you ever seen like those pictures of polar bears after they kill something and they're just like the
Covered in
fur is covered
blood.
in blood and they're just like, I don't ever. I want to see like I want to pet their cubs. I want a polar bear cub, but like I don't.
I'm gonna
ever
give
wanna
that thing
get
away
near-
before it grows.
I don't ever want to get near
it's
a
so
large
weird,
polar bear.
like, out of all the animals to choose, like Coca-Cola has a polar bear.
Yeah,
The way
exactly.
it's portrayed is so nice, and they're just ruthless.
One of the
animals.
most ruthless apex predators.
Yeah, no,
It really-
I
So
also
we're all in
think
agreement that a polar bear wins.
polar bears
Yeah,
are more
yeah.
mobile. I think they got a little bit of that bite to them that the other bears might not
They
be.
just have
some
as
ferocity,
They
some
have
extra
the mean streak.
ferocity.
aggressive. The two brown
know?
bears that we had on there, they're
Probably
shy.
kill. One of them probably kills the other.
Yeah.
The grizzly probably kills the Kodiak,
Yeah, because the grizzlies are bigger, I think.
and the Kodiak and one of those probably kills the black bear before that.
Yeah, I'd say
Even though the
that
black bear probably just climbs up a tree and hides.
sun bear just dies of fear. Panda bear dies because it's
Dies.
too cute.
They just
They just die.
Heart
Like they don't
attacks.
even start the fight. They get there and they just they die.
yeah, exactly.
Uh,
The black bear
koala
just
bear?
black bear just runs up a tree.
How about a koala?
Oh,
Not a bear,
no,
They're
but-
it
jumping
can't.
off trees on other bears.
The marsupial.
There's a bunch of them and they're
Yeah,
just like.
imagine being attacked by
you.
like 30 koala bears.
They're like, where are they coming from?
You ever seen a wet koala bear?
Yo, it's terrifying. They look so.
You're gonna need to
angry.
put this on the.
I
on the
will.
video.
Don't you worry.
I need to see
It's
this.
so weird.
Oh my god, it looks
It's
like an
really,
old man.
Really weird.
It looks like
I
an
feel
old
it
man.
needs
There's
to
one
be-
where they're angry. It's like angry.
Angry wet koala bear.
There it is. There, the first picture.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god,
it's
that's
terrifying.
horrifying. That is
Yeah.
absolutely horrifying.
Hoax picture of scary marsupial. That's,
Oh, it's a hoax.
No. Well, it's still terrifying. But are we in agreement that the black bear at least just runs up a tree
Probably.
to hide?
Yeah, but then it falls out
Yeah.
because the
They
other
just
bears are like,
start
fighting
shaking
and
it.
they yeah.
Yeah, definitely polar bear would win. Who has the cutest cubs though? Polar bears?
Oh,
Does polar bear,
Oh,
does-
no.
do polar bears
man.
have a monopoly on bears?
They might.
Baby bears in general, I think, are the cutest.
I want
Oh, baby black bears, dude.
What about
They're
but
really
dude,
fucking
polar
cute.
bears, but polar bears.
Oh my god, no, they're all so cute.
But
I
Google
can't
polar
pick.
bear.
I know, they're
polar bear
in
They
here.
cubs.
grow into
Also
just
panda cubs.
gigantic monsters.
Also panda cubs.
Panda cubs are so like dumb. They're so cute.
I know. Panda bears in general just look so stupid. Like
oh, there's also the
they just
spectacled bear,
roll around.
which is just like a
Here's an interesting one: a grizzly bear or a Kodiak versus a silverback gorilla.
ooh.
A gorilla.
Joe Rogan proposes that.
I that's why I brought it up.
Do
'cause
gorillas
I
have?
listened to that,
Gorillas don't have claws though.
but they're
Oh
They're
wow.
like- as I mean that's got to be one of the strongest things out there.
Yeah, but they don't have claws. I feel like the damage a grizzly or a Kodiak could or a
With a
polar bear could
claw?
cause with their claws is enough. All like one
Yeah,
whack of the
claw.
head, like scratch its
Problem
eye.
is if the gorilla swings, it's
Yeah.
so big and strong, you know.
okay,
Like,
so gorillas are actually their instinctual combat is grappling. So they'd put that guy in a chokehold. They'd put that fucking bear in a chokehold and just like
Bears bears
monkeys
do
are like
bears do similar
people.
thing-
love monkeys.
bears
you
do
know?
similar things though. Like a bear fight. How this war among bears would go is they'd be on their hind legs swatting at each other's heads.
But okay,
With their
I'll
paws.
leave you with this. I think a gorilla could do a kickflip. I think a bear could not. So if a bear gets knocked
Do you
down,
think a gorilla would like
like a
would like German suplex a bear?
I think that once the bears,
I mean,
once the bear's
You
on the
gonna rule it
ground,
out?
the bear is
RKO
out.
gorilla just RKO's a grizzly bear. It's like, oh my god, you gotta
the other thing is
go.
like their bite would probably be pretty tough too. A gorilla biting down.
Yeah.
they got
That's
some
gotta
freaky ass
Because
mouths.
if you think like they crush coconuts in their hands.
Why do
pretty
gorillas have
easily.
big noses?
So the big fingers?
They have big fingers.
I'm so proud of you
But
boys.
they crush coconuts pretty easily, so they could probably.
Well, have you ever seen a polar bear or grizzly bear crush a coconut?
They don't have opposable thumbs. I
Right,
think
yeah,
they lost
they
that
don't.
already.
But like, what if just they just pure strength just clap the
They
coconut?
probably could, but I don't know, man. Like,
Just
there's-
clapping
one of those
some
circus
fucking
bears, like-
coconuts. Remember that circus bear that like a couple weeks ago that like
Attacked
attacked
a
its
dude,
owner?
yeah.
I love that.
Oh man, I didn't see that, but fuck the circus.
Yeah, fuck the circus, dude. There's actually there's a circus like I love how you can just Google bears on the internet and just find like some random Russian families that like domesticate bears.
what's his name? Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, I used to fight bears.
Used
as a
to wrestle
kid.
bears as a kid. That's how he
Yeah.
became. That's how he beat Conor. I mean, it's
But there's Conor McDavid.
no Conor McGregor.
They're
both Conor
I did
Max,
that for
though.
you, Alex. I did that for you. But yeah, there's just like these random Russian families that like have bears as pets.
Kamchatka brown bear, a Russian bear.
I also saw
Versus Arctos Berengianus.
I saw a video of like a bear, a tiger, and a lion that were all best friends
That's
Aww.
nice.
since they were like cubs and they like grew up and they like live in the same enclosure and they don't kill each other, which I think
Dude,
is amazing.
Bear, tiger, lion.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Who would win in that fight?
Guys, you'd lose. I'm sorry.
Bear probably. Well, no, maybe tiger. Maybe lion.
Tiger. I think the tiger. Tigers are so agile.
And they can swim. They got the edge there.
Here's the thing,
They're
though.
huge, dude. They're also huge.
Here's the thing.
Tiger gets on the back of the bear,
Depends-
kills it.
Depends if they go into the water. What's in the water?
Well,
You got
now you're
crocs,
throwing. Well, now you're
got
throwing in
hippos.
another. Now you're throwing in
Wait a
another.
minute. Then you got anacondas.
I'm
They go up
talking.
Oh,
20
shut up,
20,
you.
20
Dude,
feet.
I'm talking.
Okay.
I'm talking like.
Shut up.
I'm
Just looking
talking
up
like
pictures
in
of
like a
anacondas
battle
before the
arena.
pod.
I'm talking in like a battle arena, like
Oh, like
area
they-
of forest,
The
like
gate opens up and they walk in and
like
it's
an
a
area
big-
of forest, and there's like an arena in this like
It's like a
it's
coliseum
like a
with
small
trees in
area
it.
Yeah.
of forest.
Okay.
It's like Hunger Games, but for bears.
Cats are freaky. Cats
Especially
can-
hairless cats.
Cats can locate where the base of your spine is. and
See what
kill you
see what would
immediately.
happen is the tiger and the lion would like jump on the back of the bear, and the bear wouldn't be able to get him off.
But so like lioness are the ones that do like the fighting. Male lions don't like do the fighting as often. So
What do you mean? I saw Madagascar.
Oh, you. God. It's terrible.
That was a
I-
great joke.
The bear has the edge. I'm sorry. The tiger would win. Sorry.
Tiger definitely wins.
Yeah.
I love tigers too.
Tigers are great.
But it also depends, like especially if it's a Siberian. I would throw in a Siberian tiger. I'd say it's a Siberian, and a Siberian tiger is like the most ruthless tiger.
You're scary, dude.
What about an elephant? Those
Elephant would just
those-
stomp
those
them.
African elephants are like purposely dicks. They'll crush people's crops just for fun. Like
I
they're
love
they're,
it. Elephants are great.
they're super.
F-
nasty.
Do you
elephants-
remember? You remember the elephant like that got loose in like Canada?
No.
Yeah, there was like an elephant that like got out in Canada. I'm pretty sure it's real. I think it's real. There's like a 911 call. You can play
You
it.
just hear.
You can like play an excerpt from it in the video, like a break from our talking. Like play it like here. Okay. So like, but like, there was like a 911 call of this like elephant roaming around like Ontario,
Oh my god.
like a suburban area.
That's crazy.
It's fucking hilarious. It's like, yeah, there's an elephant on my street. It's like, okay, sure. Animal control. It's like, sir, I'm gonna have to redirect you to animal control.
We deal with like dogs.
It's like, so
sorry.
what's your issue? Rabid dog or it's like, nope, I have an elephant out here. It's like, oh, okay.
I have an elephant. He got away.
Our
His name
pet
is
elephant's
Fred.
leaving.
How could you lose an elephant?
How do you lose an elephant? How does an elephant escape?
He could talk. He talked to you.
Exactly. So I very much enjoy this. So
This was great.
for future episodes, we're gonna have a segment. We're gonna throw in a segment. We'll probably do it like right after stupid tweets of the week or something, which we didn't do this week
Yeah.
because we didn't really have many tweets. And it's gonna be like I don't know we don't know what the name is yet, but it's gonna be like a random animal fight, like a random
Basically,
apex predators fighting each other. Who would
so
win?
if you're listening and you have any suggestions, send them to
Send
us.
send us some tweets. You know
Yeah.
what? Let's. I'm at Bruins fan 3725.
At jcobbler311.
There you go.
Yeah,
Just
it's
find me on the
Just
street
find
and
him.
tell me about
Find
him.
Alex on the street and tell him your ideas for animal apex predator fights.
That's right.
All right.
And we're
well,
gonna get some nice fancy
graphics.
graphics and audio stuff for that too. So
Thank you for listening.
bye.